And we're back.
Are we back?
And we back. I think we're back.
We are back.
Wow.
Yeah, we're streaming again.
We're back. We're back. We're back.
Sorry.
We got
Whoops.
banned.
The band batch.
Doing it right.
All right. Before we close out the show, we got one more
Oops.
thing to do.
Seggy
One more
man.
trailer. Is this going to get us in trouble too?
An Imperial's been sent to evaluate the clones. Everybody's talking about it. What kind of evaluation? Hopefully not mentally. Clearly, we'd never pass that.
Nice.
All right, guys. Here's your primer for season 3. We're gonna go over season 1 and 2 really quick, and we're gonna talk about it. So this is available on StarWars.com. We'll throw this link up on the screen shortly so that you can go there if you'd like to follow along. Let's see here. But this is our Bad Batch season 3 refresher. Okay, so who is the Bad Batch? First introduced in their own arc in season 7 of the Clone Wars. Clone Force 99, also known colloquially as the Bad Batch, is a tight-knit group of genetically altered clone troopers, each possessing their own unique skill set or desirable mutations. Though they are historically operated as a 4-unit squad that would quickly change. Below are the main players who have made up the Bad Batch at different points in time. Hunter, the de facto leader of the group, his honed tracking skills and fierce combat make him a formidable force on the battlefield. Wrecker, an incredibly strong and true warrior, but also possesses an incredible amount of heart and care for his family and friends. Tech, a very important asset for the Republic due to his increased mental aptitude. Tech plans out incredible strategies for his team as an expert in military tactics. Crosshair, a skilled yet solemn sharpshooter. He rarely misses his target. Echo, equipped with technological advancements, his former clone commander, CT-1409, is now able to plug into any network and communication outpost, providing incredible intelligence for his new team. And of course, Omega, the young female clone who proves to be the heart of the squad. Are we going to agree with all of those descriptions?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good enough.
de facto leader of the group.
It's like it's not definitive.
Okay, season 1. During what seemed to be a relatively routine mission on the planet Caller, the Bad Batch found themselves in the middle of Order 66. The clones around them began turning on their Jedi commanders, attempting to kill them, but because the Bad Batch had been genetically altered, the inhibitor chip planted in each of them did not function according to Emperor Palpatine's plan. They helped Jedi Padawan Caleb Doom escape and shakenly return to their home planet of Kamino. Do you guys remember that first episode of Bad Batch?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what I was really in for, like expecting. But that first arc, man, those first like 3 episodes,
They were weird.
Order 66,
Yeah.
right? Remember we saw like the clone, it opened with the Clone Wars logo and it like burned away and then said
But it was-
Bad
yeah.
Batch.
It's like really mysterious and dark.
Um,
And awesome.
let's see here. When they arrived at their watery world of Camino, their relatively routine lives had changed instantly. The Empire had taken over Tapoca City facilities, and once the colorful clones were now all clad in stark white, feeling out of place and eventually put under siege, all the members of the batch escaped Camino in their ship, the Marauder, except for Crosshair, who decided to stay behind, even though they took the chip out. Oh, it's right there in StarWars.com. Even though the chip had been removed. Even though the chip had been removed.
Stupid.
He's
He's gonna be
literally
like,
Officially,
that's
stated.
not real.
Stupid.
Someone made that.
Just a major plot
Those-
point they just left out of the
Those
show.
Star
Hearsay.
Wars guys change their mind all the time.
Yeah,
That's
they
cool.
left it out.
Hey, no one's ever really dead.
We've been talking about it for like 2
When
years.
Tech comes back
But they
this
left it
season,
out.
you'll see.
They left it out. He's not. Just
What if like Crosshair kept the chip and he just like keeps it in his pocket?
He's like, it's
Yeah.
right here.
He has a perfect little pouch on
He
his
puts it
belt
in
for him.
every now and then, just like I'm feeling
Okay,
kind of
you-
moody.
There's like a USB port up there. You just plugs
Yep.
it in, like a thumb
There's
drive.
Yeah, I want to be less emo. Let me pull out.
All right,
I
rounding
wanna
out
see
season one. Along for this new adventure, however, was a mysterious clone named Omega, a young girl who had been helping the Kaminoan
Kaminoan.
scientist Nala Se in the cloning and medical facilities. Faced with her own death and the loss of the only place that she had ever lived, Omega joined the Bad Batch, and now all fugitives of the Empire. Because of this decision, the Batchers traveled the galaxy in the Marauder, searching for odd jobs and credits, eventually going on various missions for Sid, the Trandoshan smuggler on Ord Mantell. Around them, the galaxy changed rapidly during this new dawn of the Empire. Their adventures culminated in an unspeakable tragedy. The fiery destruction of Tapoca City and Camino by the Empire. The
That's so
clones of
sad.
the Bad Batch were left aimless and at a loss. And I think this is where we've all talked about it on the show when right before Camino blows up and they show it completely empty. Right? And they get the music playing from the Kiners. And they show the mess hall and the mess hall's empty, and then they show the cloning vats and they're all empty. I mean, these are images that we have grown up with since 2002, right? So over 20 years that we've seen these images, and then finally it's just destroyed. Like not just blown up, but like sunken down into the ocean. And then they left Crosshair on that platform for what was it, 30 rotations?
Yeah, chilling, hanging out, just picking at the scar at his head.
Now, did we start building costumes after season one or during season one?
Before
Before,
Was it
Oh,
before?
I was done before.
Oh, you
Yeah.
were done before.
so was Raimi.
It was John. John was first. Then I followed him, and then Brian, and then you two started. You'd already started stuff, but
I think because we didn't see Echo's Bad Batch
You're muted,
suit
John.
until the season officially started. So we only like whatever was in trailers and stuff was all I could get ahead on. So yeah, I had to wait until after it started.
yeah,
When
mine's built
we-
off of season 7.
Yeah.
I started after season 7, but that day you guys came over and I pretty much quote unquote finished. That was May 16th, 2021.
Oh, that was
Wow.
a monumental day for you, or
That's the day we all hung out at your house.
That was the day they came over and helped me finish pretty
Crosshair.
much.
Yeah.
First time hanging out with you guys for like an armor party, right?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah.
That was a good day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That was the 3D printed version.
That was the printed one. Yeah.
Dude, I remember.
And then we went to that troop and carted me out on a dolly, and that's when Steven and Raimi were like, yes.
I told
You're
Raimi, I said,
onto
I want to build
something
record.
here.
You have to build Echo.
And I said,
And
okay.
then
Gotta-
Raimi was like, Echo. And I was like, dude, he's like clone Lobot. You were
Yeah,
like, I'm in.
that
I'm
was
in.
the
Stop right there.
side-
I mean, I was basically, I just remember when we were there and I was supposed to troop as Vader. you were like, put it on, let's see. I was like, I have it. Put it on, let's see it, because John and Joe were there, and you and Raimi were literally like, yes.
That was the first time I met like Steven, I think.
Bad Batch
The first
lore.
time I met
That's
Steven.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
this
it's
is
like
our history.
Origin story.
Yeah,
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
this
Yeah.
is how.
I'll put some pictures
Welcome.
on the channel right now,
Yep.
because that's what the channel's good for. Stuff like
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Check out the broadcast channel for some photos.
Remember we
of
took
us.
our professional photos.
thought early-
I had my little spotlights, and I was dressed like Tech. I had got my iPhone on a stand, and I hit 10 seconds and ran around, did a stupid pose, took a shot. Definitely not Mark Edwards, but
Still
We
good.
talked-
Still fun.
worked.
It worked. We were so excited.
Then the anticipation grew for season 2 because we were in costumes now. We were like waiting till Thanksgiving for the season 2 trailer, and it got pushed. And then I got pushed again, and then they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be Christmas," and then I got pushed again, and then finally the season 2 premiered on January of 2020. 22?
22.
22. So season 2 begins after going on numerous missions for Sid, including to Count Dooku's homeworld of Sereno, and to a high-speed race on Safatoma. The Bad Batch started to feel listless and purposeless. Meanwhile, Crosshair, separated from his brothers, became more and more ingrained in the fledgling Empire. However, his haunting missions actually brought him closer and closer to doubting the direction of this new regime. At the same time, the Empire had been tightening its grip across the galaxy, exploring new ways to increase its power. One such tactic, the redevelopment of Kaminoan cloning techniques, was underway at the mysterious Mount Tantus. Because of their need for purer genetic codex from Jango Fett, the hunt for Omega, revealed to now be an unaltered clone of the bounty hunter, much like the infamous Boba Fett, only grew more paramount. Clone Force 99 simply sought a peaceful life, away from all the missions and danger, leading them to the quiet island village of Pabu. However, a tsunami-like sea surge, overtook the city, causing massive destruction. The Bad Batch helped their newfound friends, but it is a final devastating mission to Eriadu, planning out Plan 99, in order to rescue Crosshair that ends in tragedy. During the mission, Tech fell from a tram car. Losing one of their brothers, the Bad Batch became enraged, only more so when they found out that it was Sid that betrayed them, leading Omega into the Empire's clutches. Omega found herself in the facilities within Mount Tantus, surrounded by Imperial scientists and doctors, as well as Crosshair. One such doctor, Emery Carr, revealed to the young girl that they are actually, in fact, sisters. And that is where we ended season 2. Guys, predictions for season 3.
They all die.
But
Omega.
Omega dies. I was.
I
I don't
think
think
Omega
Omega dies.
I said everyone dies.
Omega lives,
I think Omega lives.
Everybody dies.
and she carries on
Ooh, look at this.
the Bad Batch.
I just posted an origin story photo.
All right, but that's what I think. To sum it up,
I mean, I think that they are gonna get a happy ending.
it is Valentine's Day.
Good night, folks. No, no,
Love is in the air.
I don't think that they're gonna. I don't think any more of them. Honestly, I don't think any of them are gonna die this season. I think we lost
You don't-
Tech. I think losing Tech was enough.
Ah, man. Oh, man.
Think about it. 3 seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then where do they go?
Empire Strikes Back was season 2. Season 2 was the Empire Strikes Back. We end Empire's winning. We end on that act 2, downer. Act 3, the 3rd season, it's got to be a good story. I mean, it's got to be, a happy story. The heroes have to win.
Where are they then? What?
I don't think it has to be happy. Look at like Rogue One. I think this is going to be a connection for the larger story. Like Rogue One is a connection for the larger story. I think it's going to be some pain. It's going to be pretty sure we're going to see Boba, and it's going to look just like a clone. I mean, because it's Boba. And, I don't know. We're going to see a lot of stuff, but man, it's all around cloning, obviously, and Palps.
Clone Boys.
I would like to see Boba introduced. They made a point of saying that there was another unaltered clone. So
Yeah,
back in season 1.
and if there's Emery, I mean, we didn't know about her. We only assumed. Well, we don't know if Emery's unaltered, right? But it's another.
Oh, she altered. She altered for sure.
So then how many are there? I guess is my question. Now it's like we assumed it was only Boba and Omega. Now we realize it's not, with that last kind of shocking thing that I'm your sister. They just opened up the aperture so big with that.
I really think, like, one of my most solid predictions, likely predictions for the season is I do think that we're going to see the eventual placement or the beginnings of the placement of the clones. And it's not going to be by the Empire, obviously. I think we're going to see Rex, Echo, Wolf. Who's the third clone with Wolf and
Gregor.
And Gregor? I think we're going to see them like take all the clones. Just load up gunships, just load up transports, and they're going to start scouring the galaxy, just trying to find homes for these guys to retire. And that's why we don't see them in future iterations of Star Wars, because they serve their purpose, and those who are left are just going to go into retirement.
They're on the beach sipping Mai Tais.
Well, not necessarily. You would like to think, right? Like, but Joe, I mean, does everyone who leave the military end up on a beach sipping Mai Tais?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
far from
there's
it, though, right.
So there's some that want to disappear, and I have a lot of buddies that live in Wyoming, Montana, and they are you can't find them, and that's how they want to live the rest of their days. And then you have others that can't stop, and so they actually literally go do mercenary work, like literally. And so that's the far end spectrums, and then you have people in the middle like me. So I think Star Wars represents it. When you see Rex and Gregor and Wolf in the middle of that desert, when Kanan and all them, find him, because Ahsoka said, "Go find these people to help you," in Rebels. That's real. That's legit. They're just hanging out on an old tank, hunting. What do they call those giant worms? Juba, or what was the? Where are those? No, those giant worms. Remember, they had Zeb as bait. Jumbas. I can't remember. You know what I'm talking about? That episode.
Oh, popcorn buckets. Dune popcorn buckets.
Yes.
The
perverted popcorn buckets.
Shai Hulud?
Danusi? Yeah, Shalusi?
Perverted
Shai Haludusi?
Anyways, but yeah, those guys disappeared. They want nothing to do with anything. And actually, the Empire apparently knew they were there. Wanted nothing to do with them.
But we also see the clone in Kenobi, you know, and
they're around.
Dude, we've seen that in real life, right?
Mhm.
You know, you've got veterans who are displaced.
Yep.
but
Jupas, that's it.
I really do want to see them given wrap up the story of clones here.
I just think they get stuff done, and that's their purpose. And I just don't see it that they're just chilling and all this stuff happens in the universe and they're just like, nope, we're eating Pabu, we're hanging out.
Well, I mean, like, what was Chuchi fighting for then in season 2?
That's
Right.
Chuchi.
Right?
Wrecker likes to
Zupa.
blow stuff up. He's
touche.
not just eating sushi and chilling. I just don't. What's Crosshair doing? Hanging out? Just like, oh yeah, I'm cool. Look at that sunset. That's beautiful.
I think it's
He's
going to be
ready.
tragic because Star Wars likes to do that. I do.
Joe's over there on my screen. What Joe said.
All right, final thoughts on season 3 predictions, because it's only 1 week away, guys,
Oh,
and we're getting 3 episodes next week.
episodes. So we're not gonna be doing podcasts that night, right? We're gonna do Thursday night. But
We're
I'll
doing Thursday night.
probably watch it though. I'll go live maybe a little bit on Instagram. Sorry,
Yeah,
maybe like
Instagram
Nine-
live next Wednesday.
9
We still
o'clock.
don't have a time.
9 o'clock, right?
It doesn't say.
So they were talking in the chat earlier. I don't know. I haven't seen this. I don't know anything official. They were saying it's midnight Pacific.
So stupid. It's so dumb.
We'll see.
Didn't they
I'll-
learn from
Joe.
Ahsoka?
I'll do a little digging and see if I can.
Didn't they learn from
corroborate
Ahsoka
that.
that it works?
They get way more viewership.
Yeah.
So I'll be there with you no matter what time the live stream is.
Because you're up till 3 a.m. to get your cards in that card trading app thing that you were talking about the other day.
All right, I'll be posting the link for everyone. No, I'm kidding.
My affiliate code.
What the hell? Cool.
And yeah, so we'll be meeting 1 day later next week. Full spoilers, full episode reviews for the first 3. So if you don't watch the episodes next week, don't listen to our podcast yet. I think that's it for the business, right, guys?
I think that's it.
The business. Give them the business.
Yeah. Good times.
I want
I'm going to bed.
This is usually the part where Steven plays the outro music.
Yeah.
Here, I'll click it. Fine.
All right, guys.
I can click the button.
You can't hear it? What are you doing?
I heard the music.
It was playing.
All right, guys. Well, I think that does it for us today. Sorry about all the technical glitches today. Not a streaming platform issue. It's more like a
This is true.
That was
More like
stupid
a-
that happened.
Someone in the chat's talking crap.
Copyright infringement issue.
No. See ya, Ragnar.
Details.
Dummy.
Like, really? You're playing a trailer, a public trailer. Promoting
if you
a
enjoyed
movie.
if you enjoyed listening to the show, feed that algorithm and leave a review on your podcast app with a cake emoji. Be sure to subscribe on our YouTube channel, and just subscribe. You can be entered to win an Alpha Ignition helmet of your choice, casted by the Dad Batch and painted by our very own Joe Lara. You can follow me at Stevie.Kicks on Instagram, sometimes X. Gentlemen, let the listeners know where they can find you, Brian
Sith and ain't easy.
and John.
I don't know. Somewhere. You'll find me there.
It says on the screen.
Yeah.
And Remy
At thedadbatch.com.
and Joe.
If you're a veteran, vectoraccelerator.org. Go check it out.
Nice.
Thank you again for listening to episode 79 of the Dad Batch podcast. Be sure to tune in next week for episode 80 when we review the season 3 premiere of the Bad Batch. And until next time, enjoy your spice responsibly.
Shoes now, a whole building scene in a whole red map begin to color boss dying. Chance and my begin to call, baby, to stay, yeah, please, Joe. Wait a stay in the shoes now, a whole building scene in a whole red map begin to color boss dying. Wait, it's the same right, you can't be seen. Never tell me, never just God believe this jam.
See ya, suckers.
You the common not choose, not right, but not sure. Hope, but this again, not the cover, no time. All the difference is stand, light is choose to go, my man. You can trust me, the man is called the raid girls.